You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Let's have a look at today's finance. The CXX index is currently 509.16 points, up 1.13 points or 0.24%. The daily exchange rate is 4,062 Khmer Rial to the dollar. Now let's have a look what's happening around the world. Asia stocks rose on Wednesday even as central banks piled in aggressive rate hikes to battle soaring inflation and left investors worried about slower global growth. MSCI's broadcast index Asian Pacific shares outside Japan rose 0.72%, with Australian shares up 0.72%, Seoul adding 0.84% and Taiwan advancing 1.07%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng and China's main indexes also traded higher, while Japan's Nikkei share average slipped 0.04%. European markets also look set to a firmer open, with pan-European futures up 0.93% and FTSE 100 futures 0.88%. The US dollar index USD, which measures the currency against six major rivals, rebounded 0.16% to 101.92, a level not seen since April 26. Meanwhile, the Kiwi hit a 3-week high at 65 cents after the New Zealand Central Bank raises rates by an aggressive 50 basis points and signalled more to come. The Nasdaq Composite dropped 2.35% and the SP 500 lost 0.81%. Gold prices dipped 0.19% to $1,862.27 per ounce, having risen over the highest in 2 weeks since Tuesday on the greenback gained. The SP 500 and Nasdaq finished on the red on Tuesday as worries that aggressive moves to curb decreases high inflation might tip the US economy into recessions, dampen investors' risk appetite. All three major US stock indexes paired their losses in the afternoon trading, with the blue chip Dow turning positive. Even so, the SP 500 ended 2.2% percentage points above, confirming it has been in the bear market since reaching its all-time high on January 3rd. Much of the sell-off was driven by a profit warning from Snap Inc., which was sent the company shares plummeting 43.1%, sparking a conticon throughout the social media segment. Meta platforms Alphabet, Twitter and Pinterest were down 5% and 24%, and the broader SP 500 communication service sector slid 3.7%. Global supply chain distributors have been exacerbated by Russia's war with Ukraine and restrictive measures in China to control its latest COVID-19 outbreak, sending inflation to multi-decade highs. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 48.38 points or 0.15% to 31,928.62. The SP 500 lost 32.27 points or 0.81% and the 3,941.48. The Nasdaq Composite dropped 270.83 points or 2.35% to 11,264.45. 6 of the 11 major sectors of the SP 500 ended in session in negative territory, with the communication services and consumer directories suffering the biggest percentage losses. Ukraine, battered by the 3 months of war, planned to continue to tap crypto investors to help raise funds after a plunge in prices disseminated in the country's fundraising efforts in May. On March 19th, the Government Aids for Ukraine Fund said it had raised more than $60 million worth of cryptocurrency, but 2 months later, on May 19th, the total raise was $51.5 million. Ukraine's Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation, Alex Brokovov, said, "Cryptocurrencies have fallen sharply in recent weeks. Bitcoin has lost more than 20% of its price so far in May, following a 17% drop in April, highlighting the risk of facing by holders in highly volatile assets." That's the latest news in finance. Catch tomorrow for more.